And since you said that like this could be a whole different interview now, so it doesn't even have to be about. Yeah.
You picking up what I'm putting down? Like it's. But what's cool
Yeah,
though.
it have to be whether it's trying to form to be. It could be something different.
Right, and so that's my. Once again, I'm in the business for that. It's called being a catalyst, change. What I imagine, when this whole idea formed in the first place, what I imagined was being able to be in it's not even an uncomfortable position, but I know I will learn something from this entire project because of the people that I will be talking to and what we'll be talking about. So it'll be literally, you can kind of say it's spirituality and psychology infused with, like when I think of the artist, I see somebody that's trying to, you know what I'm saying, they're whether it's, I don't want to say necessarily make a change, but I feel like artists are expressing themselves. The moment you make music and you dedicate it to your music, you are now an artist, like how you would paint on a canvas, like that kind of artist. You are expressing it. And what you're expressing has to do with your life, your goals, what you went through, what you want to go through. Just to me, I want to pick at that. I want to ask you questions about those decisions, about those passions. And that's what I'm saying is that what I know for a fact is that people, I get a different reaction. I should have got that on video. The hurl potato roll on the floor. I should have got it. But I feel like people receive me different. And I love that I'm able to, like I've been doing it for so long now that I'm comfortable being put in a position to be received differently. Like you would come to my job and you think you about to come and just get a regular dining experience. It's never that. I'm sending blessings your way. We getting deep into quantum. How, do you know about, like I will ask people like, do you know about your ability to manifest? By me asking you that question, some people get right into it. A random person that you don't think is even thinking about the fabrics of the universe, they get right into it and start teaching me something. In another instance, somebody's like, what are you talking about? Like manifest, like I know about manifestations, but I don't know about, me being able to do it or what that means. So then we it can be a quick conversation about, well, today you decided that you wanted something to eat and you imagine where would I eat at? And so, the establishment that I work at could have been what popped in your head. And so now, before you even knew it, you were already getting dressed, making plans, and had affirmed that this is exactly where you'd be coming, and now here you are today. So everything that we do starts in the mind, and then blah, 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 blah. And so before you know it, what was just supposed to be a regular outing at a restaurant, you end up getting this whole, awakening, if it's even an awakening, but a conscious activity that just happened, and then you get to have the rest of your day thinking like, man, like I really do think about what I'm about to do, and I really, it just changes your worldview. At least that's my attempt, is to do that. So once again, when it comes to these artists, and I think anybody who decided, okay, I'm about to perform, they paid for the performance, my part, I feel like, comes in to being able to inspire them to do more. Like, yeah, that's one performance, but how are you going to perform? Like some people perform, but they perform shy. Like some people are shy, right? But they still make music. So one interview with me can make you be aware of how you're even performing. And then now we're talking about that. Like, how do you perform normally? Oh, no, I just say one spot, I might do this. And I say, have you ever tried doing it another way? Or what is that like for you? It's a whole bunch of blah, 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 until you're the person that whose life is about. And then for you, it's deeper in that moment. So what I'm excited about is getting deeper in these worlds with these different peoples and a different subject that I'm not even familiar with. But by talking to them, they bring this subject to familiarity in me. So if I talk to 20 artists and they all share the same genre of music, I know more about that genre of music than some people who even make it, because of the different perspectives I get to hold about it, and because of now me being able to share my perspective of what I now know about it. Like by the 10th person I interview, I'm already in a different headspace about the music, let alone being able to give them insight and information about the music that they may not have even known about. So it's just a constant exchange of information. That's just the biggest deal, and then the inspiration that comes from it, which is the maximum deal. You feel me? Oh,
Yeah, that's what thing, bro.
so, but that's something. It's all something to sleep on. Cause like I said, with that being said, you know, I'm not a music guy. So if you can sit with that, and however that, you know, because once again, we're talking about dreams, we're talking about thoughts, epiphanies, and a day that can happen. But whatever creative idea that hits your mind based off of that, you know, let me know. Because as far as this whole thing moving, right now it's just me and you involved. I see people in the text and everything, but from who's been saying what's what, really getting active and involved, it's been me and you. So whatever new idea you come up with having to do with that, just let me know. And then same thing
I
with.
get it now. I understand now. Though. You open my third eye. I get it. I caught the drift.
And it take one conversation. You see how that can happen in a conversation? That's what I'm about. Is triggering that in the conversation.
Yeah. You got it. I got like a persist of euphoria. So
Blessings.
you gotta sleep on it.
So, but it ain't. That means that even if you tweak it, like let's say for example, we turn it from a performance, and you got the movement. You know what I'm saying? You got the more like movement that's happening. That I don't know how to even call it, but I know that there's me responding to a call to do something different, shape things up in my own life. So you can call it a movement altogether. Anybody who just want to come out and perform because they want to tell people what they're thinking, it can be that alone. You never know what people think about. Somebody there, it's an artist right now that's not even thinking about the money. They just want to perform or they just want to do something different. And then we come up and we say a movement, and then it can be something like that, like where each artist make a song or do a freestyle pertaining to blank. And now it's a challenge now. It's not even a performance, it's a challenge. Who can do the best blank challenge?
What about the listening part?
Come on, brother, you get it. Exactly.
I mean, when people get paid for everybody listen to their song and hang out.
You come on, and that's my kind of vibe. Now you just open the door. Now you don't gotta. It's different than a performance now. It's a listening party, and everybody knows that listening parties that's a support. That's a support situation.
Right.
So I would even perform at a listening party, and I'm not saying like it's listening party can typically is somebody dropping their album and we listen, but it's a good time. It's like a version of karaoke, but it's not karaoke. Something like a kickback. So let's leave it at that. Put a pin right in that, because even right there, we just introduced two worlds together and just pop something out of that. You get what I'm saying? Once we was able to synergize our passions, and now we got this. So more of that, more life.
You fucking mad with that. You gotta let me think about it. So
yes, sir.
Let me brainstorm.
Do that. That's all good.
Taking notes all night, but yeah, that's something different. That's something real different.
Come on.
Like it.
Come on.
Not everybody wants to perform all the time. That pressure.
Come on.
Just being like not oblivious, but just like the spotlight is not on you.
Yep.
When people listen to your music, you know it's you, but you just want to see how people react to it.
Yep.
So you don't gotta compare.
So now we're talking about spoken word. We're talking about poems. We're talking about music. So we're gonna leave it at that though. But that just opened it, and that's where the magic happened at, is when we go away from. Come on now. So we gonna pick it back up. I'm gonna write that last thing down. Like basically. Come on. The rougher the better. That's like the blueberry patch. You ever been there?
No, I haven't.
Man, it's a place that's like made of junk. You know, it's art, but that's the theme of it, is that it's made of shit made of cans and this and that. But everybody come there to kick back. So it's just like one of them places. So, but it built its aura around that. But what I'm saying is that whoever created that could have started off just like how we're talking, and then they just stuck with it, and then now it's a thing. And I love that I love that by us having this back and forth, I basically was what's the word? I was going with your flow of the type of music and the artistry, right? And that I didn't mind that. But what I appreciate that after us having this deeper conversation, now we're at a position that's even for both of us. So even if it's just me and you in the field playing this game, at least now we can help each other equally. Because I couldn't help you as much in the music industry in that way, but I can bring what I know.
It's a start. If you was this, to start that later.
Come on.
Start.
Come on now. Because then now we have everybody in the room.
Hey,
and I love the
song request, listen party.
Come on. Come on.
Free book your spots down.
Come on.
$5.
Come on. You can even say to me 15 to 20 on that, because it's different. It's not the same thing. Like we're basically, it's like almost like we're at this point we're providing an audience. So a performance is a competition to win something. But this type of situation is an opportunity to come on. Especially if we provide. Let's say at this point we provide food and drink, that brings it up even more. And the food ain't gotta be expensive, and the drink ain't gotta be that if you want some premium shit, you will bring your own stuff anyway.
My uncle owns a restaurant.
Come on. So let's leave it right there for right now, so we can let what we have bake. But come on. He can keep all the we gonna get into it. But I love that it's transformed. The idea transformed into what we can do right now. And that's always the biggest deal. What can we do right now? Right.
Yeah, turned into something that wasn't supposed to be.
Or what it was supposed to be.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because we did done that. Now I think about it, we already did that.
And why can't it happen again? We did it with in my world, I did it with way less experience. And now it's all this wisdom.
I never heard about listening parties in Temple.
Come on.
I heard listening parties, but not listening parties for other artists in network.
And remember the vibe we going for. Listen, if you cool with hopping on the More Life movement, and we can base it around that, which is just encouraging people to live in their truth, then that changes the whole dynamic of the whole thing. Like it doesn't matter what you do, but we're coming together as unity to be there for each other for this movement.
A short film, it could be not necessarily a short film, but like a short scene, like that.
You know what I mentioned?
Hey, would you let people do live acting? I think that's pretty cool.
We talked about a group podcast. Me and my lady was talking about doing here when we was gonna do the game nights, because like our situation just changed dramatically, which I think it happened for a reason. But we were going to do game nights, and what was going to happen is it was going to be like advertised as like a podcast, like a game night podcast. So you know that you're going to be on camera. You know you're going to get everybody want to be on camera, depending on who you are, but for the most part. So that can be another add-on to the listening parties that is recorded. You know what I'm saying? So everything happening involved and going on. You know, if you get dressed, if you look good, if you sound good, it's all documented. You know what I mean? And then it'll go on a page or whatever. I know I'm gonna post it for sure. So that's just more into it, and it's complimentary. You know, I love when it's more stuff, but then they all go with each other. So listening party, the whole thing's recorded, professional pictures being taken, food and drink included, good vibes guaranteed, you know, blinga blinga, bazi bazi. It's all worth the package. And I've definitely paid $40, and because I got my lady, I paid $80 to go to a place that was so out of alignment with me, but my friends were there. You know what I'm saying? The people that I wanted to hang out with was going. So we went in support of that. But we went twice or 3 times to the same location. So to me, $20 for a spot that's for you, and I say for you meaning now we start getting into vibration. Like the fact that whoever I would talk about or will be talking to with is gonna have something that they want to share, and it's universal, like it's open, right? It's like it's not a type of music. It's just the point is that it's a supportive group. They're coming together to support each other. The $20 goes into the support. You know what I'm saying? Then it's just that it turns the whole situation around. It's not. It goes deeper than what's in it for me, but like what you can do for somebody else, and that's just being there. You can by you performing, you showing somebody else how they can do it. It's the narrative, you know what I mean? It's how we're talking about it and what we're talking about that really makes the whole experience.
Right.
So we can, I'm down to touch back to it. I love how it's transformed. You know what I'm saying? Because now it feels, and me personally, it feels more in alignment now. I feel more. I was already excited about it, but I was excited about what I could make happen out of it. Like those interviews, I already knew I was gonna make the most out of the magic in that. But now it's bigger in the sense that the whole thing is. I want the whole thing to be magical for everybody. And I use the term magical, and a lot of people won't use the term magical, but the feeling you're gonna get, like you said, that euphoria that you feel, that's universal. Human for human is gonna feel that, whether you wanna admit you feel it or not. And I wanna create a space, just like the safe space, where you come there and you know what to, not only do you know what to expect, but then as it's happening, you're like in accepting of it. Like, oh, this is nice, this is cool. And then when you look around you, your environment is all in the bag and in the mood of this is cool, this is nice. More of that. So I appreciate the boost, you know what I'm saying? I just posted recently about my fears and how I was feeling with this whole direction and how life is going, but only to say that when you feel the fear, keep going, keep sticking to your guns. So with that being said too, the investors can still invest and at a, you know, how you say, at a different price and with a different level of risk. So that whole thing.
So, bro, baby steps.
Baby steps. But in the right direction. In an aligned direction.
Right. Do it the first time, don't gotta backtrack and do it again.
But can I affirm though for sure that you're with this? Like you're with this movement to see its outcome.
Yeah, for sure.
And then that's listen, and that's how life should be. It literally, because it's the people that want to do this that when we make it, we serve a purpose by creating a platform like YouTube. And by the way, this video.
But it's not like I don't mind doing it. That makes
Yeah.
sense. I know I gotta talk to people, but I got charisma to talk to people.
Exactly.
So that's not really doing shit.
And then you should only do what you want to do. At the end of the day, we should all be doing what we want to do. And if you stick to that, you get rewarded for that in the way that you would want that too. When you do stuff you don't want to do, you're gonna get more compensation in that area, and you're basically gonna get rewarded to keep doing what you don't want to do. It's gonna keep coming in that way. So as long as we're doing what we want to do and it feels aligned, you'll get compensated for that, and then you'll have more life coming from that. But I like it. I love it. The other people, like I said, the other people in the chat, like you know them more, so you'll probably be able to. Yeah, and it's okay. Like, and that goes into where I love the fact that there was even some back and forth going on. The questions are being asked, but it's the kind of getting into the nitty gritty that we're doing right now that makes all the difference.
It's changed now. We got different ideas. So
Just like that.
I would even never ask that question if you came up with this solution.
Come on.
I would never ask it.
Yeah. But yeah, sleep on it. You work tomorrow?
Hell yeah, I work tomorrow. I get up like 4 a.m.
All right, so yeah, make sure you get good rest in. When you get off, I won't even touch bases with this until you get home, rested, and all that. But I will be ready though. Just know that.
Fine.
So
I gotta take people home and shit.
if you want, we can get a interview. Well, we're gonna touch back on it tomorrow actually. But if let's say around 6:30, depending on how everything going in the day, we can probably start something that will be a promotion for it. So kind of talk about it, but then document something about it, and then we can have like a small thing that we can share with people right away, so that we can start the momentum of it. Doesn't need to be a location, doesn't need to be a time, but just let people know we're putting something together. And if you want in, DM, DM us, let us know, so on.
For sure.
But yeah, sleep well. Let Source, I know you got your relationship with Source. Let Source deliver the information you need to. You know what I'm saying? Be open to the signs. And yeah, the rest is up. It's been up the moment we start talking about it, but I love how it's growing and changing already.
Yes, sir, for sure. Yeah, it's been in development.
Exactly. Like us, as humans, we always in development.
Always.
But you're gonna see these videos. I'm gonna put these up. You're gonna see them up on YouTube either by tonight or tomorrow. So just look out for that too. I shout you out right now.
I'll subscribe.
Oh yes, sir. This is MONTEE Miles, y'all, for the conscious creators out there. Cause I got your picture on here as your you know what it's called, your contact photo.
Yeah, you good, bro?
I got you with the mic, so they already know what's good. Where can they find you on Instagram or on YouTube? Here, you tell them.
Yeah, Instagram, but that was the most authentic interview I think it's probably gonna get from me, bro. I think.
Bless. Oh, you did. So yeah, he was in MONTEE Miles in the safe space. I wasn't even thinking about from the safe space. I was just saying from like, because this is a new channel essentially. So where people who can pick this video up, where they can find you at, and so on. But like you said, this is on Instagram.
813, all platforms, MONTEE Miles, MILES.
And it's just like that. More life, folks, just like you. And I love, just like how broadcasts happen, and I caught a lot of it. But I caught a lot of the results. I didn't catch a lot of the behind the scenes. Like like right now, when this happens, we will have the talking about it captured. It's captured. The growth, the spark, all of it is caught. And I want more of that because I want, my audience, I want them to see the good and the bad. So, and how life just happens, but it's all connected. It's all connected. So like, I'm gonna be able to reference this video a year from now and be like, so this is where it happened on this day when I was feeling this much fear this time and this and this. And in that way, it makes it so that people who are trying to do the same thing, they have all the proof they need because it's real time. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But yeah, keep on being blessed. Keep moving in alignment. Keep being you. Keep spreading the light. Vibrate higher, baby.
You too, my boy. Be easy.
Every time. Yes, sir. With that being said, same thing to y'all. This is a 3-part segment to this conversation on the creation of blankety blank. I'll figure it out when I post it. But yeah, vibrate higher. This is the More Life movement. So we're gonna end it with a more motherfucking life.